This is Local 3 News Today.
Coming up, we're learning more about the victims in a deadly traffic accident on Fraser Avenue over the weekend.
Plus, Leah Bowling will join us live at the Chattanooga Area Food Bank. It's a special day. We're raising money for Giving Tuesday ahead of our Share Your Christmas Food Drive.
Speaking of Tuesday, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Tuesday morning. We're glad to wake up with you guys. I'm Cornelia Nicholson in for Michelle Herron.
And I'm Paul Sheen. It is a Giving Tuesday. Leah Bowling's having a blast out there already. Phones are ringing.
Good.
At 4:30 plus 8. Well,
people are up. They're feeling like they're ready to give this morning.
It's 5 a.m. I just called it 4:30. No. We made it through a half hour already. Alison Pryor's been by our side the whole time. Frigid over there, Alison.
Yeah, frigid indeed. We're going to be in for this morning and tomorrow morning as well. Here's a look at our temperature change. Remember, I was showing you this map yesterday, and we had lots of minus signs yesterday because yesterday morning was colder than Sunday morning. Well, your Tuesday morning is even colder than yesterday. In fact, 15 degrees colder if you're in Dalton. The same can be said for Fort Payne. An 11-degree difference in Scottsboro. Altamont, just had a little update. 11-degree difference there in Dayton as well. 14 degrees colder in Cleveland and that 11-degree difference there in Murphy. So what are our current temperatures? Well, when we look at this, we're seeing a lot of communities in the 20s. So we have 3 spots right now that are still coming in the 30s. 31 in Altamont, the same can be said for Lafayette, 32 in Chattanooga, but 28 in Scottsboro, 24 in Fort Payne, 23 in Athens, the same can be said for Cleveland, 25 in Dayton, 28 in Murphy. Grab the full-on winter coat. No wind at this time. We don't have to talk about the wind chill, but that wind will start to pick up, so there will be a wind chill effect as we go through the day today. As we take a peek outside for cloud cover, we do have a few of these high thin clouds that are kind of sweeping overhead, mainly for our southeastern communities, but for the morning time hours, they're going to be there. For the afternoon, they're really disappearing. So overall today, plentiful sunshine is what we're expecting. So when we look at our headlines, below normal temperatures for the next 24 hours, cold now, 40s for your afternoon, very cold tonight in the teens to 20s, and then sunshine and a little bit better in the 50s by the time we get to your Wednesday afternoon. Paul, Cornelia?
All right, Alison, thank you much. Today is Giving Tuesday, and we're helping the Chattanooga Area Food Bank raise money ahead of our Share Your Christmas Food Drive, which is December 8th.
You know, and our Leah Bowling is at the food bank where volunteers will be answering your phone calls. Leah, you look like you're in the spirit today for the holiday spirit, Giving Tuesday spirit. What's going on out there?
That's right. We are all in the spirit here. It's 5 a.m., but, you know, Christmas is any time of day, in my opinion. And last time we were live around 4:30, we got a call right at the end there from Lanita, and she donated $100, so she gets a special apple on the tree. So I'm here with Summer Simmons. Can you tell me more about what that means? What are these apples going on the tree?
Sure. We have a nice display in our warehouse. It's our Share Your Christmas Tree. So any donation that we get of $100 or more, you get to put your name on an apple, and it will be displayed there throughout the year.
Great. And can you tell me more? You've had a link live on your website where people can donate for a little bit now. Can you tell me how much money you've raised so far?
Yes, so far we have raised $6,186.
Great. And how many meals is that?
That equates to 18,558 meals for our neighbors.
Wow, that's amazing. And what's the goal today? What's the end goal of all of this?
Our goal today is to raise $50,000, and that will help us to provide many meals for our neighbors who are facing food insecurity this holiday season. These gifts are so important to our community, and we're just so thankful.
Great. Well, I'm excited to be here. And guys, we need to get these phones ringing. So that number is 702-FEED. That's 702-3333. And we have a few volunteers here already answering phones, taking those calls, and we'll be back to check in and tell you how much money we've raised so far. Paul, Cornelia, back to you.
Leah, Cornelia, we did this in the 4:30 half hour, right? We said while we were on the show, right? Zoom out. We need Summer on the camera as well so we could see the phone. Someone right now, 702-3333. Let's make that phone ring this morning. Yes. It's early, but why not start your Giving Tuesday?
Let's make the phone ring.
Is it ringing? Not yet? As Mayor Tim Kelly said, we spoke with him about Giving Tuesday, right? And about Share Your Christmas. He said, I promise you, you will feel better after you give.
And that's true.
It really
you will.
is.
I'm sure Lanita is going to have a great morning.
Shout
after
out
donating.
Lanita this
Yes.
morning. Thank you, Lanita, for that $100. All right, our top stories as we carry on now. Tragedy struck Chattanooga's North Shore Saturday afternoon when a vehicle struck a family, killing a woman and her young son. The two have now been identified as 1-year-old Jonathan Delvia and his mother, 41-year-old Anna Rodriguez.
Now, a third victim, the baby's father, Octavio Delvia Paz, is still in critical condition. Local 3's Abigail Martin spoke with the man's brother and father who are looking for help.
This is really hard for me, for my father, for my mother, for everybody in my family. We're here because we had to assist him to help to my family in this hard times.
Adolfo Delvia Paz says his brother Octavio and his family were in town to visit Chattanooga. He says his brother enjoyed taking his son with him everywhere.
He was here only for past the weekend, for holiday weekend, because he liked the mountains and the beautiful places like this.
Delvia Paz says his brother is in critical condition, and doctors say he needs 2 or 3 more surgeries. Octavio's father says doctors expect up to a 2-month recovery period.
If somebody can help us to get a place to pass the night, because my brother is still in the hospital.
The family wants to stay in town for as long as it takes Octavio to recover. They are a close family and know they need to lean on one another during this difficult time.
I can believe a little baby, he was only almost 2 years, and you know what happened for crazy drivers.
While we were talking with the family, people stopped by to express their condolences for the family.
We have to say thank you for some people. Some people is really nice. Some people say, "Oh, don't worry." That is a really sad moment.
It was Abigail Martin reporting. Family members have created a GoFundMe for funeral costs. You can find that link right now on our website.
Coming up next on Local 3 News Today.
A truce in the Israel-Hamas war has been extended as families celebrate the release of more hostages. We have the latest after the break.
Good morning and a very happy Tuesday to you. As we look at our temperatures outside, you're going to notice a lot of 20s on the board. So Chattanooga sitting at 32 degrees, but Dalton, Cleveland, Murphy all coming in the 20s. Cleveland being the coolest spot out of these 4 at 23 degrees at this time. So certainly grab the winter coat this morning. You're going to need it during the morning time hours and at least some kind of jacket even this afternoon, because once again our highs only topping out in the 40s today. So 31 degrees at 8 a.m. Those spots that are in the 20s, you're still going to be in the 20s at 8 a.m. 43 degrees at noon, and then mid 40s for 3 o'clock in the afternoon with sunny skies. So you do get plentiful sunshine at least today. Wind from the north-northwest at 10 miles per hour. Notice by 9 p.m. tonight, It's flirting with that freezing point already, 33 degrees at 9 o'clock. Now, we are going to see our temperatures even colder tomorrow morning, so be aware of that. But by tomorrow afternoon, we start to rebound back up. So 54 for your high on Wednesday, 60 on Thursday. Thursday night into Friday morning, we're going to have rain showers likely pushing into our area. 57 for your high on Friday, and a little bit of additional scattered activity possible on Saturday with a milder high of 64 degrees. Paul, Cornelia?
All right, thank you, Allison. Dozens of families are celebrating after loved ones were released by Hamas over the past 4 days. Negotiations for the release of the around 160 remaining hostages continues.
Meanwhile, in Washington, lawmakers are negotiating additional aid to Israel. Jen Sullivan looks at the latest hostage release and the ongoing debate by lawmakers here at home.
9-year-old Ohad Munder running to his father, feeling his firm embrace. A hug they've waited 49 days for. Ohad, his mother and grandmother were among the 69 hostages released by Hamas over the past 4 days. One of the youngest, Abigail Eden, who turned 4 while being held hostage. Seen here smiling, surrounded by her grandparents, aunt and uncle. Her parents were murdered by Hamas. For these families, reunions are a moment of relief they've waited weeks for. Like Dalia Mizrahi, whose cousin and children are seen being released in this video.
We are very relieved. We feel like a ton of brick has been lifted over our hearts.
But for many families, the desperation continues. More than 160 hostages remain captive by Hamas.
It's not done. We can't celebrate.
An agreement has been reached to extend the Israel-Hamas truce in Gaza by an additional 2 days, but it's unknown when the remaining hostages will be released. Meanwhile, in Washington, negotiations continue over aid for Israel as Congress returns to work this week.
We desperately need the supplemental funding that the president asked for.
Some progressives want restrictions on aid, with Senator Bernie Sanders asking for Israel to end what he calls indiscriminate bombing in Gaza before sending more money. Some conservatives want to see changes to immigration policies here at home before sending more foreign aid to allies like Israel and Ukraine. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
All right, and coming up on Local 3 News today.
Riley Nagel will join us live with tips on protecting your home as temperatures start to drop down below freezing. That's next.
Good morning. Here's the big news on this Tuesday morning. It's the cold air outside. So here's a check of our current temperatures at this hour. The coldest spots we're seeing right through the valley of where you have I-75. So McMinn to Bradley County is 23 degrees in Athens, 23 there in Cleveland, 27 in Dalton. Chattanooga is right at that freezing point of 32 degrees. But you're going to see on the map, a lot of our communities are in the 20s. So absolutely grab the winter coat this morning. Make sure the kids have those layers on as well, because because it's that frigid start to the day. Afternoon highs today still cool, only in the mid-40s. Now here's at least some good news. You will get plentiful sunshine today. So when we take a peek of our clouds and radar map, you're going to notice there's not very much happening in our area. We have generally these kind of thin clouds that are passing over mainly our southeastern communities this time. Any little bit of snow is to the north of us in Kentucky, so we're not expecting any kind of moisture bringing any precipitation for today. In fact, this band of clouds is really lifting up from the Gulf of Mexico. You can see that streaming across Alabama into Georgia. Is going to push eastward, and so we're going to end up for today with a lot of blue sky and sunshine, really beautiful conditions. So a few of those clouds this morning time. As we head into the afternoon, that pushes east, really clears things out. So sunny, clear skies for your Tuesday afternoon. Wind from the northwest, so it's still going to be chilly. Again, those highs only in the mid-40s. For tonight, clear and calm. So anytime you have no wind, the clear skies, that really facilitates some dramatic cooling during the overnight hours. So tomorrow morning for many spots, you're going to be colder than what is currently right now. So kind of keep that in mind the next 24 hours below normal. But going through the day on Wednesday, we see that wind coming up and switching out of the south as we're being affected by this high pressure system. So Wednesday afternoon, it'll start to rebound. Once again, sunny skies for your Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to have mostly sunny conditions, so a few clouds here and there. Dry for your Thursday daytime and Thursday evening. Not until Thursday night, about 10, 11 o'clock, will we start to see a little bit of this rain pushing into our area from the west. That's going to keep moving in during the overnight hours. So Friday morning, this time, we're probably going to be tracking rain showers for your morning time commute. That rain will continue for Friday morning by about noon, 1 o'clock on Friday. It will wrap up, move eastward. We'll have wind from the south and a lull period for your Friday afternoon into the evening time. Yeah, there could be a stray sprinkle, but do notice there's still a low pressure system and a front to the west of us, even on Friday evening, with some of that rain ongoing in Jackson. This is going to keep on chugging eastward, and that'll bring us some additional rain chances for your weekend as well. So over the next 7 days, dry today, tomorrow, dry Thursday daytime. This is Thursday night, 10, 11 p.m. Most likely rain happening on Friday morning, but a few additional scattered showers possible on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's mainly looks like for areas south of Chattanooga, and it all generally wraps up on Monday. So how much rain then are we talking about through the end of the day on Sunday? Well, about a ½ inch to 1.5 inches across our area. We may see a couple isolated pockets primarily to the south that could get up to about 2 inches. Today, no rain in the forecast, just those cool temperatures. 47 for your high with plentiful sunshine. It will be chilly. That wind from the north-northwest at about 10 miles per hour. Tonight, 25. Frigid, making sure that you're taking care with that calm wind and clear skies. So what are we taking care of? When we talk about the blast of cold, the 4 Ps, your people, pets, plants, and pipes. Heat your homes safely. We don't want any fire starting with those space heaters. Check on others. Bring your pets inside. Move those potted plants indoors or cover them up, and insulate and cover exposed outdoor pipes and faucets. You can also drip your faucet water as well. And I know that Riley is going to talk a little bit more on those tips. But here is a check of our 7-day forecast. 60 on Thursday, 57 on Friday with those scattered showers. Just the cool conditions today and tomorrow morning.